This is a totally dry signal. I have no pedals on. There's no built-in reverb. I'm using the middle and the bridge pickups, so I think you would agree that's a pretty stratty sound. It's very thin, very Knopfler kind of sound, which to me is the hallmark of a Strat. I'm just going to kick in some, I have my delay pedal. It's an MXR carbon copy, just to give it a little ambience. That might be a little bit too much. Alright, about the Giggity. I have the loudness knob at 12 o'clock. It's really a gain knob. I'm going to turn it to about 3 o'clock. And now I'm going to engage it with the delay. So a little loud. So right away you can hear the sound is fatter, it's thicker, and I'm still on the middle and the bridge pickup. And that's what I was looking for in the Giggity. I was looking for something to fatten up my tone. I like the cello kind of sound that Eric Johnson or Joe Bonamassa or Eric Clapton's Woman Tone. I was shooting for that without a horribly overdriven signal where it's distorting. So I'm on the neck pickup now. That's with the Giggity, with the same settings I had before. And there's a Bark at the Moon and Sundial or whatever. That's the middle knob on the Giggity that shapes the overall tone of the pedal itself. Right now I have it right in the middle. The more you turn it towards the sun, the brighter the overall tone is. I don't want it quite that bright, so I'm putting it to the next to last setting towards the moon. I guess it means a darker kind of sound. Now, from the demos I've seen and what I've read from Voodoo Labs, they suggest using it in conjunction with the distortion pedal. And I have a Boss DS1 after the Giggity. So basically I'm using the Giggity to boost a distortion pedal. So I'm gonna kick that in. And by the way, my tone knobs are wide open. That's without the distortion now. Now I'm going to put on the distortion. So basically I'm on the edge of total distortion without all the hairiness of full-blown distortion, because I don't want a super muddy sound for my purposes when I want this sound, because I'm going to turn up the distortion on the distortion pedal. can hear it, but for me, that takes away from the cello-like sound I'm looking for. You might want something more distorted. It's all a matter of taste. But in any case, the Giggity all by itself, I'm taking the distortion off. It'll boost your sound, and using the loudness knob, which is really a preamp gain type of knob, it doesn't push it into distortion territory, and that's what I wanted. I've got loads of overdrive pedals. I've got an Ibanez TS9, I have a Behringer knockoff, and I have a bunch of other overdrives, and I just never was happy with overdrive pedals. It just seemed to boost my volume, but it didn't bring me to the edge of distortion. And that seems to be the case with the Giggity. It's not really pushing me towards to distortion, but along with the tone knobs, it's really helping to shape the sound I'm looking for. And for the first time, I must have 5 different overdrive or slash boost pedals in combination with everything built into the Giggity. I'm really happy with it now. I know I'm talking a lot more than playing. It's not meant to be a guitar lesson anyway. The notes are very articulate. Which you would not necessarily expect when you have the gain knob turned all the way up, you know. Well, I would expect to hear some of the grit start coming out, but that doesn't happen with the Giggity. I have a compression pedal, a Boss CS3 that I literally just found in a box the other day. I didn't even know I had it. I'm just going to kick that in for a little bit. Just for a little bit more articulation in the notes that I prefer. But in any case, that is the quick sound sample. I don't have the distortion on. That's with the Giggity on. I'm going to take it off. Giggity on. So right away, of course, the volume is boosted. There's a master volume control on the far right. But other than volume, I think you can hear the entire tone has been shaped with the Giggity on. Single coiled cheapo Squire Strat sounds almost like almost like a humbucker guitar or a Les Paul, at least in my mind. So the long and short of it is I'm really happy with the Giggity pedal. It does sound better, in my opinion, with the distortion pedal, which I'm kicking in now, and it's going to get loud. The way I have it EQ'd, it sounds kind of thin. I was playing with this all night yesterday. That's how I spent my New Year's Eve, was playing with this pedal. I'm going to turn the body knob up to just darken the tone a little bit. And I can roll down my tone knob on my guitar. So anyway, like I said, I probably talked too long already, but that's my quick impression of the Giggity pedal. I'm getting some hum, probably from the distortion pedal. But in any case, there's a million other demos of the Giggity on YouTube. I'm really doing this video for those people that know me from guitar forums, and for what it's worth, whether they trust my opinion or not, at least I'm able to give them some input or insight into what the Giggity can do, and I haven't covered everything. You really have to play with all the knobs to tweak the tone you want. I spent hours last night using various other overdrive pedals, other distortion pedals, before the Giggity and after the Giggity, and for now I like my DS1 after the Giggity, and like I said before, I'm using the Giggity to boost the distorted signal that's going right into the front of the amp. My delay pedal is not in the loop, everything is going straight into the amp, and again I only have my compression pedal, the Giggity, the DS1, and then my delay, and then there's a tuner up front. So that is my quick impression of the Giggity. I still have to play with it more. I may experiment with different combinations of distortion pedals. I really didn't like the Ibanez Overdrive. In a lot of demos you'll see, and the Voodoo Labs, what's it called? It's something mod pedal, or the Sparkle Drive mod. Very often you'll see the Giggity used in conjunction with the Sparkle mod pedal. If I had bucks to throw away, I might get it, but I have a million pedals. I haven't fully explored the Giggity yet, but it's definitely gotten me closer to the sound I want. Not for everything, but it's nice when you have a pretty thin sound, and then you kick this in, and then it's like boom. It just, the sound is just thicker. It's to me, it's almost horn-like sounding. Some people will say that it's cello-like sounding, like, you know, that's how Eric Johnson's tone is very often described. Whatever you want to call it, I wanted a smooth, thicker kind of sound. And the Giggity is really helping. I've used a lot of pedals that was getting me close, but I had to do so much tweaking and probably used 2 or 3 pedals to get near that sound, and I wasn't. So I'm really happy I got the Giggity, and I'm happy I didn't pay full price because I bought it used from eBay. And you can stop listening here if